Hello students, today we take examples on potential drop. In the last lecture, we understood the concept of internal resistance of a cell. On the basis of that, we take two examples, and from that examples, we can conclude that how the internal resistance affects on the potential drop of the circuit. So here, draw a circuit having the source of potential 1.5 volt, the source resistance Rs of 0.2 ohm and the load resistance which is parallel to this source RL is of 0.8 ohm. From this circuit, we have to calculate the potential drop across the internal resistance. That means, what is the potential drop across this resistance? So, given data, source of EMF 1.5 volt, it has a series internal resistance of 0.2 ohm and external resistance, that is resistance connected to the load which is parallel to the source, is 0.8 ohm. We know that the EMF of the cell is divided into two potential drops. This is divided into two potential drops. One potential drop is VRS, that is the potential drop across this internal resistance RS, plus voltage across or potential drop across this load resistance. That means this source voltage is divided into two parts. Potential drop across series resistance or source resistance and potential drop across load resistance. So E is equal to IRS plus IRL. IRS plus IRS. So this is equation 1. Now calculate the total current of the circuit. Total current of the circuit can be calculated by using this formula, Ohm's law. V is equal to I into RT, where RT is the R total, or we can say that R effective. We can say R effective, total resistance. So R total is equal to the resistance in the circuit. So as RS and RL are in series, so R total RT is equal to RS plus RL. So RS has a value of 0.2 and it is 0.8 for RL. So R total will be 1 ohm. That is the effective resistance of the circuit. Substitute this RT in equation of current I. I is equal to V upon RT, where V is the 1.5 volt and 1, it is R total. So current flowing through the circuit is 1.5 ampere. This is the current flowing through the circuit. Now let us find the voltage drop across RS and voltage drop across RL. So VRS is nothing but it is the product of current and source resistance. 1.5 into 0.2, that gives 0.3 volt. So voltage across RS is 0.3 volt. That means across this resistance 0.3 volt is dropped. 0.3 volt is dropped Then VRL, voltage across this RL. What will be the voltage across this RL? Current in the circuit into the resistance RL. So current is 1.5 and RL is 0.8, that gives 1.2 volt. So voltage across this resistance is 1.2 volt. So keeping these values in the equation 1, potential difference or EMF of the cell is equal to VRL plus VRS. It is 1.5 is equal to 1.2 plus 0.3. So you observe that total EMF of the cell is divided into the two parts, which is some part it is across series resistance or source resistance, and some part it is across the load resistance. That means internal resistance dropping some voltage itself. So this is what leakage of voltage. Some voltage is dropped within the cell itself. That is what the potential drop across this source resistance or internal resistance. Take another example in which we increase the value of this source resistance. From this equation, you conclude that potential difference is always less than the EMF of cell. Potential difference is always less than EMF of cell because some part or some energy of the cell is wasted within the cell, and this is because of the internal resistance offered by the cell. Second example, draw the circuit, same circuit, only the values are different. This is the source, this is the internal resistance, this is the RL, this is RS, this is RL. It has a value of 0.5 ohm now, and it is same 0.8 plus minus 1.5 volt E. Current flowing through the circuit is I. In this case, the current has 1.5 value, 1.5 ampere. 1.5 ampere. Given data. Given. What is source of EMF 1.5 volt? RS, internal resistance or a source resistance of 0.4 ohm, and RL, load resistance is 0.8 ohm. So we can write the EMF of a cell will be like this. EMF of a cell is equal to VRS plus VRL. That is voltage across internal resistance plus voltage across load resistance. Again, find the value of current. I is equal to V upon RT, R total, where V is 1.5 and R total is now 1.2. 1.2. So I is equal to 1.25 ampere. This is the value of current. 1.25 ampere. First, calculate VRS. I into RS. I is 1.25 and it is 4. 0.4. It is 0.5. Voltage across RS is dropped 0.5 volt. voltage across RL, which is equal to I into RL. I is 1.25 into 0.8, that gives 1 volt voltage across RL. This is equation 1, 2, 3. From 1 we can say E is equal to VRS plus VRL. 1.5, here VRS is what? 0.5 and VRL is 1. So from this equation we can conclude that potential drop is always less than the, this is potential drop across load resistance and this is EMF. So EMF is greater than the potential drop, or potential drop is always less than the EMF of the cell. Now from this equation one can conclude that RS, the potential drop here across RS is 0.5. Now potential drop across RL is 1 volt and current is 1.25 ampere. That means as the value of RS is increases, then the potential drop across the internal resistance also increases, and that reduces the potential drop across the load resistance. That means as we are increasing the value of internal resistance, that means leakage will be maximum. That's why output we are getting, that will be minimum. So as we increase the internal resistance, then potential drop will get reduces. Again, current, as the total resistance of the circuit, here it is 1, here it is 1.2. Total resistance of the circuit, here it is 1 ohm, here it is 1.2. That's why current value will again decreases. As the total resistance increases, the current will decreases. In this way, we can say that the potential difference is always less than the EMF of the cell. And hence, for voltage source which has minimum internal resistance, so the voltage source should have minimum internal resistance. Thank you.